a ham and cheese casserole your family's going to love, and it's vegetarian. I'm Vegetarian Cooking for Carnivores. Welcome to Vegetarian Cooking for Carnivores, a meat lover's guide to fabulous vegetarian cooking. I'm Bonnie Antonini, and today I'm going to show you how to make cheesy ham casserole. Now, of course, I'm using my finger quotes around ham because I'm talking about fake ham. This is a vegetarian show after all. Now, the key to using imitation products is to find the right product for the right recipe. There are so many imitation products on the market now, and they're not all the same. They have different tastes and different consistencies. Plus, taste is subjective, so try the various products out there and find out which ones you like best. I'll be telling you the exact product that I use, but it's merely a suggestion. If you have another product you'd rather use, by all means substitute. This cheesy ham casserole is one of my family's favorites, although I must admit my younger son still picks out the broccoli. Don't worry about writing down the ingredients right now. I'll have the recipe printed at the end of the video where you can pause and copy it then. For now, just watch and listen. The first thing you're going to need to do is cook 3 cups of corkscrew pasta in salted boiling water. You can use the plain if you like, but I like to use the multicolor veggie flavored ones. They've got a little extra nutrition, and they make the casserole a little more colorful and fun for the kids. Unfortunately, the color tends to fade during the cooking process, but it's still prettier than the plain pasta. Now, one thing you should know when you're cooking pasta for a casserole is that you don't want to overcook it. Cook it just to the point where it's done, and then drain it immediately and rinse it under cold water because it's going to continue to cook in the casserole in the oven. Next, you add 2 to 2.5 cups of steamed broccoli pieces. And again, like with the pasta, you don't want to overcook the broccoli. Steam it for about 7 or 8 minutes. It'll still have a nice vibrant green and a little crunch to it, but you definitely don't want mushy broccoli in your casserole. Next, we add the ham. Now, the brand I like to use is by Eve's, but like I said, there are lots of brands, and if your store doesn't carry that brand, go ahead and try a different one. In my store, it's kept in the refrigerated area of the natural food section. It comes sliced for sandwiches, but then just go ahead and chop it up into smaller bits. Next, we'll add 1¼ cup of mayonnaise. Get all of it out. 2/3 cup of milk. I use non-fat milk, but whatever you have in the house is fine. Now, the last ingredient is 3 cups of shredded cheese. I'm only going to put 2½ cups into the mixing bowl right now and reserve about ½ cup to sprinkle on top. Now, the cheese I'm using today is my favorite for this casserole. It's a medium cheddar cheese, but I've also been known to use a combination of whatever cheese I have in the house that I'm trying to get rid of. I find that Swiss works well, Jack works well, even feta works well. The only cheese that I found doesn't work quite so well is a garlic jack. It sounded like a good idea, and it smelled amazing when it was done, but unfortunately, the flavor really didn't complement the dish. One other ingredient you could add to this dish to make it a little more flavorful and colorful is a green or a red pepper, but my family doesn't like that, so I won't be doing that today. Now, I'm just going to pour this in my casserole bowl. Get that all in. Top it with my reserved cheese. Now, if you'd like to add a little crunch to your casserole, which I'm not going to be doing today, you can add seasoned croutons on top or French fried onion rings. Now, you just put a lid on it. I'm going to pop this in the oven at 350 degrees and cook it for ½ an hour. Now, if you do decide to put a crunchy top on, remove the lid the last 5 minutes of cooking so it's nice and toasty. The casserole is done and it smells amazing. I can hardly wait to dig in. Because there's broccoli in this is actually a complete meal on its own. But I usually like to roast carrots on a cookie sheet and cook it alongside the casserole in the oven. Then I'll add a green salad, and a meal in our house is not complete without a fruited yogurt shake. Well, that's it for me today. My name's Bonnie Antonini, and I'll see you next time on Vegetarian Cooking for Carnivores.